So, back for another episode of my IC run. That was not as catchy as another episode of Bleeding Boyt, but there we go. Wondering if I'm going to do the intros for all of these anyway. So I might just, when I just carry on recording, I might just keep going and not even bother with an intro. So enjoy that while it lasted. But back for more IC. I don't like the IC, but it is necessary to play in the Players' Cup, unfortunately. My best performance so far, I think I've got top 16 as my best in an IC before. But generally, for these ones, you don't need. Like if I've reached 1700s, I'm almost certainly going to stop. But 1400s, guys, start off with. Okay, there's Vulpix and Ninetales. Okay. There's a Cabalion with no beat up. This is an odd one, but this looks like I should be able to Lapras him. I think I do want Rillaboom here, even though I'm ignoring the Vulpix. I'm not sure why it's there over the Ninetales, but Volcarona is okay. If I get a Quiddance up, it's actually pretty good. So I think I'm going to try Volcarona. Maybe Rillaboom as well. I think Rillaboom. It'd be interesting to see which one I Dynamax here as well. It is normally the Dragapult or the Excadrill. Excadrill would have been okay here, especially because it's got Weakness Policy, but apparently I'm not bringing it. Gotta respect the Lapras. So if there's a Lapras, generally I would need to bring my Rillaboom. So, how are we going to see that Vulpix? Because it's the IC, you never know. They could just be playing the Vulpix because they want to bring the Vulpix. If we see Vulpix Ninetales lead, that would be highly amusing. There's Cabalion. And there is Vulpix. Okay. So I'm not sure what to expect here. I'm hoping they don't Steel Spike KO my Clefairy so that I can get a accurate Sing off. What are the opposite? Like, I guess it's just called a Sing, right? Instead of a blind Sing. I'm not sure what the Vulpix is going to do here. Are they going to coach in the Vulpix and Dynamax it and go on the offensive? That would be amusing. Just Iron Head, so that's not going to KO. I just need to not flinch. And they get the Aurora Veil, I'm not too concerned about that. So I've got at least a blind Sing. But I've got a Sing at the moment, so 91% accuracy. Very good. I've got my Throat Spray as well, so very good start. Now I just have to be concerned if that Vulpix has Hypnosis. Because if it does, it's suddenly 100% accurate. So here, could Life do and sing the Vulpix? I could Hydro Pump the Cabalion and sing the Vulpix with Fairy instead. Here I'm going to Life do and sing. I'm not too worried at the moment. I don't feel like I need to be doing damage, and it's stalling out the Aurora Veil as well. Oh, they have Confuse Ray. That's not as bad as Hypnosis, but, you know, that's still not ideal. And this is why I hate the IC. You see this kind of stuff, and you always get the worst luck. You always do. But I should survive another Iron Head now. Maybe not after the hail. But Breakthrough Confusion, please. So you know, this is the IC. This is what you have to deal with, and this is why I hate it. I hate the IC so much. Because now my Clefairy is going to be confused as well. I don't like this. Because you only ever see it in the IC as well. You never see it in, like, even just Showdown Laddering, you barely see this. It's always just the IC. So now Clefairy is confused. At least Cabalion stayed asleep again. I got the life dew at least, that's something. And then is the Vulpix now going to sleep? Go on, Lapras. Okay, that's something. So now, that's been two. There's 2 more turns of Aurora Veil, right? Yes, unless it's like Clay Vulpix, which it definitely shouldn't be. So I'm going to Sing and Hydro Pump the Cobalion here, because it is likely to wake up now, and it would go straight back to sleep. It did wake up, and it is now close combating the Lapras. That's fine with the Friend Guard. Shrug that off pretty easily, so if I hit the Sing through the confusion, that would be lovely. If I don't, then it may even just get KO'd to the Hydro Pump at this point, even through the Aurora Veil. But I snap out of confusion, which is nice. And we'll see if the Aurora Veil or the confusion is enough to save this Cobalion now. So I've got my Throat Spray boost. It is enough. Is it not enough? It wasn't enough, but it's technically enough. So, Vulpix technically got a KO here. It was on his own side though. But this is okay. Still got 1 more turn of Gravity as well, so I can pretty much sing whatever's going to come in. It's going to be Gardevoir. Ooh, so maybe I can't sing. Can't crit it anymore. But maybe I can't sing it because it could Starfall now. But I'm confident it can't KO my my Clefairy, at least. And it shouldn't be able to KO Lapras. I'm going to sing... No, I'm going to Life Dew with the Clefairy, and I'm going to sing, because I prefer to get a Life Dew off if they do Starfall. They don't though, it's just Thunderbolt. Is that enough? It's not enough, that's good. Vulpix stays asleep. I'm not confused with Clefairy anymore, so I definitely get my Life Dew off. And then am I going to get this thing off? So I've been confused for 3 turns now. But I get the full confusion, and I do hit myself, unfortunately. So now I have to set Gravity again if I want to start singing. I'll lose Lapras to Thunderbolt, but is that the worst thing? I don't think that's the worst thing, if I do. Because then I just get to go into Rillaboom and Swords Dance. They may even be choices to Thunderbolt. But this still should be okay. We're going to probably have to deal with confusion. Is it better to go into... No, it's better to go into Volcarona, right? It should be better to go into Volcarona. So I do get a Quiver Dance. If they're Scarfed into Thunderbolt, I'm not concerned about them. If they are not Scarfed into Thunderbolt, I get to Quiver Dance before they would attack. So I'm going to now sing the Gardevoir and Quiver Dance. Switching out Gardevoir, that's okay. Into Lapras. So it looks like I am just Quiver Dancing for the rest of the game. And hopefully, I'm not going to get confused with the Fairy. Okay, I prefer that into the Volcarona because this means I've got the Sing into the Lapras. It just needs to hit. Very good. So even though there's Confuse Ray, I am feeling quite comfortable here. So I'm going to sing the Vulpix now. I'm going to just try and Quiver Dance again. I wonder if they switch out their Vulpix to be able to come back in and reset Aurora Veil. Be very kind of them if they Dynamax this turn with the Lapras. That would be amusing. But they definitely should not because they can't wake up. good. No sash broken as well. So now they're really going to struggle with this Volcarona. I'm not going to Dynamax until the confusion is over. They have Aurora Beam. Okay. Fair enough. That's not a Confuse Ray though, so I'm going to get this thing off into the Vulpix. Very good. And I'm just going to Heat Wave this turn. I'm going to wait until I snap out of Confusion. And I am also going to Life Dew. In fact, no, I'm at pretty much full HP, so I'm going to sing the Lapras in case it wakes up. And I will go for a Heat Wave. That will KO an Eviolite's Vulpix at this point. But we're not KOing an Eviolite Vulpix at this point. They stayed asleep with the Vulpix because that was guaranteed, and Lapras stays asleep as well. Okay, so Life Dew was objectively better, but it doesn't matter. So I'm going to sing again into the Lapras. I'm going to Heat Wave. This is still fine. Now they're going to Dynamax. Okay. That makes sense, but it's still a 50-50 for them to wake up at this point. Show me the Vulpix. Oh, can you imagine? So let's see if they wake up. Still confused, so I'm glad I didn't Dynamax. It wouldn't have mattered if I Dynamaxed, but no more Confuse Rays, hopefully. That is Focus Sash instead of Eviolite. That is reasonable, but still asleep. And they did wake up, but that's fine. This Geyser is not doing much with Friend Guard and +2 special defense. Yeah, that's not much at all. And hopefully they're going back to sleep now. They are going back to sleep, so very good. They were Life Orb as well. That's fine. But this is good. So I can miss Heat Wave now, so I am going to Life Dew, and I am going to Giga Drain into... I want to do it into the Vulpix, because I don't want to deal with Confuse Rays anymore. And I'm feeling still very comfortable against the Lapras, but I, again, got the full turns of Confusion. But Giga Drain is going to go off into the Vulpix. No more Confuse Rays. And now I should be fine to sweep with this Volcarona. The Lapras is guaranteed to stay asleep here. Can you get this Life Dew? It's just Guard of 1 hour and Lapras, so it should be fine. If they have Psyshock, that'll be a little bit more awkward, but that would still be okay. They get the Friend Guard this time. That's something for them. But would they be able to survive the Giga Drain? We'll have to see. Like, I'm pretty sure I sweep with the Volcarona at this point. Don't even need to Dynamax. I'll Giga Drain for the health. Overgrowth will probably still get the Lapras, but don't think I need to at this point. Just save some time. Is that also the first time I've clicked Follow Me with the... Okay, Friend Guard didn't save it, it would have survived anyway, but I think, is that the first time I clicked Follow Me? Because that's one of the lovely things I like about this Clefairy. It doesn't always have to redirect, and it's Psychic instead of Psyshock, so that's good. Like, I feel like I would miss Helping Hand, but Life Dew is just so good. I way prefer Life Dew. On this team at least, I way prefer Life Dew to Helping Hands, and the other 3 moves are necessary, so I will just Follow Me again. I will Giga Drain. There's nothing they can do at this point. Volcarona is going to sweep. Like, even if they KO my Clefairy here, they'd have to crit through the Volcarona boost anywhere now. I'm even at full HP, so I've got my Sash back and they didn't even KO the Clefairy, so... just going to sing this time, because why not? And I'm going to just drain again. Can't be bothered to Dynamax. And that is going to 2-shot, so that's fine. An Overgrowth would just have missed the KO. The rain's gone now, so I can click Heat Wave if I wanted, but I'm just going to go into Rillaboom. It seems like Rillaboom's going to get this KO anyway, so I'll just put Grassy Glide into Giga Drain. Fake Out and Giga Drain is slower because that's 2 moves instead of 1, so I would just click out Grassy Glide. It was a long match, but it was fine. I was feeling comfortable throughout the whole thing, even with Confuse Ray. I just didn't have enough pressure to break through the Gring, and it let me set up the Volcarona, so very good. Probably someone who just wanted to bring Vulpix, because they have Ninetales there. They should bring Ninetales. $15.45, not bad. That's what, just 150. That's like probably going to be about 20 games, I would assume. Hopefully, like assuming a good run, it should take about 20 games. If not, we'll have to keep going, even though I hate the IC. I wonder if this is a good time to play as well. It took forever to find someone in the very first one. It's taking a while again. Like, found someone now. And got a high 1500s guy, so that's what I want. But that team is not what I want. This kind of team has always been one of the more awkward. Especially if they go Dracozolt. If they go Dracozolt, that is very awkward indeed. If they go Talonflame, they can just taunt. But they always taunt the Clefairy, so they still give me a Blind Sting. But this kind of team has always been one of the more awkward. I can't go Clefairy Dragapult because they've got Duraludon. So I'm gonna just stick with Clefairy Lapras. I'm gonna be leading this like almost every game. Definitely Excadrill this time, and then Rillaboom is not good, even though there's an Inteleon. Dragapult is entirely reasonable if Tailwind gets stored out. I don't particularly like Volcarona, so it is going to be Dragapult. We'll have to see if they give me a Blind Sting. They lead with Duraludon. It's always awkward because if I switch in Lapras on a Lightning, switch Lapras into Excadrill on a Lightning, I'm sorted. If they Steel Spike the Clefairy instead, awkward. And that could have let me have a Blind Sting. There is Duraludon. Here, I'm just going to click Gravity Sing and see what happens. Because Lightning will not KO my Lapras. If they stop the sleep, fair enough. But you know, this is still a Blind Sting chance. My opponents keep forcing Blind Stings, and it's technically in my favour. If they still spike KO the Clefairy, and I miss the Sing, I still get to go into Excadrill. They will hopefully activate my weakness policy with a Flare Blitz, and then I could easily sweep with the Excadrill instead. So they're immediately Dynamaxing, which is what I want to see. I want the Dynamax gone as quickly as possible. That also means there shouldn't be a Dracozolt waiting in the back, which is also what I want to see. So I have to see here. Are they going to click Tailwind for no reason? They are going to click Tailwind for no reason. And am I going to get Lightning or Steel Spiked? I'm going to get Steel Spiked, so this is a Blind Sing. It was into Lapras, so this is not a Blind Sing. that was not the target you wanted. So that is a very, very good turn for me. So I'm going to get gravity, and then 91% of the time, I'm in a great position. Okay, so we're saying there was going to be a blind sing, and it wasn't even. So now I'm going to double sing the Duraludon and see what happens. They taunt my Clefairy and KO my Lapras. That is incredibly awkward, but that's how it goes sometimes. 91% accurate isn't the best, but it's passable. I do sometimes miss Gravnosis, which is 100%. So yeah, here's a taunt, and then a KO on my Lapras most likely. There's the lightning, so I can't sing anymore. So if I'd have hit that sing, I was just in the driver's seat completely. That's the risk you take with Gravity Sing. So I'm going to go into Excadrill. I'm going to KO the Talonflame while I can. Or do I... I'm staying in, for sure. Is it for sure? Do I sacrifice Dragapult and just try and sweep with Excadrill? Could happen. No, I'm gonna expect them to activate my weakness policy and KO the Duraludon. Yeah, I'm going to KO the Duraludon. So I can Rockfall next turn. And if I KO the Duraludon, then Dragapult gets freed up quite a bit as well. So hopefully this isn't a Will-O-Wisp. If this is a fire move into the Excadrill, that is perfect. Although they have Steel Spiked once already, if they Steel Spike again, they'll be able to live. So maybe I didn't think that through completely. So they'll still have one more turn of Tailwind. They did Flare Blitz. That was reasonable damage. They've broken their Galemons as well, which is nice. They do Steel Spike. They will lose Clefairy now, which they probably should have done on turn 1. But is the Steel Spikes going to be enough to save them? It probably is. So we will see. If it does KO the Duraludon, that's still good. But it shouldn't. It did not. So now that is incredibly awkward, because they still have one more turn of Tailwind. At least they have to Draco the Dragapult. But now I go for Rockfall into... And they might be in Life Orb range as well, and just KO themselves. It's not Life Orb range, I don't think. Unfortunately. So I'm gonna... If I survive the turn, if I dodge a Draco, Dragon Lance is better. And I will Rockfall the Talonflame, but... Pretty much came down to that turn 1 miss with the Sing. It was very difficult after that. I guess if I switched Lapras into Excadrill on the second turn on that Lightning, that would have been very good. Because I'd have still had my Lapras. And I could have switched in Lapras on this turn to stall out the final turn of Tailwind as well, and then have Dragapult against the Duraludon out of Tailwind. But I haven't clicked Gravity, so they still can miss the Draco. That did a lot more damage than it should have done. I swear. They do connect the Draco though. So not much I can do here. Hopefully they're in Life Orb range, but I very much doubt it. Oh. Oh, they are. Okay, so there's a chance. I've still got Rock Slide. There is a chance. And they don't have Tailwind anymore. They have Dracozolt. There is very much a chance. I need to play for Hustle Misses in that case, I think. What else was there? Inteleon. Inteleon would be okay, I think. I mean, 2 Pokemon left is not okay, given the HP I'm on, but... There is a Dracozolt. Oh, there's a Rillaboom as well, isn't there? There's a Chandelure. You would assume that's Focus Sash. Is there a way out here? If they're Focus Sash on Chandelure, I need to Max Guard and then Rock Slide Flinch. And then that's factoring in Hustle, but if they Trick Room, I think I need to go for Rock Slides. Because a Rock Slide Flinch or... Rock Slide Flinch or a Dodge would work. They do go for Heat Wave. So, I can flinch them and or dodge this Fire Fang. So there is still a chance, because the Sash is broken, plus 2 Rock Slide will KO Chandelure, and then I just need a flinch or a dodge. Odds aren't the worst, but you know, it's what I have to play for now. I had to hit the Rock Slides in the first place, which I do, and now I just need to flinch the Dracozolt. Flinch the Dracozolt, please, or dodge. Oh, oh, oh! Fire Fang does connect, unfortunate. So that was a pretty unfortunate match. I didn't get the flinch or the dodge and missed that Sing on the first turn. But that's how it goes sometimes, especially with the team I'm running. I'm gonna miss Sing sometimes. Usually they're not like that crucial, like turn 1. Because I'll miss a Sing here and there, but yeah, that was definitely a crucial miss turn 1. And even then, I still had a chance with the Rock Slide, but did not come through that time. That was found quickly. That's better. And again, high-rated guy. Like, high-rated in regards to me. Cinderace is always the awkward one where they force the Blind Sing. And they've got 3 fairies as well that could Starfall. So it's still awkward. I want Rillaboom here because there's a Primarina. And then... It's 3 fairies, but there is a Dusclops, so I probably want Dragon Ball. Excadrill is still reasonable as well, especially with the weakness policy. And the Rillaboom protecting it. So I think I'm going to go Excadrill. See if we can bounce back now. They lead Cinderace. It's going to be a Blind Sing. It always is. Could switch into Excadrill, but that's still a huge amount of damage and unnecessary. It seems to be best to go for just a Blind Sing. Because getting a Resonance up is a bit pointless with the way I run the team. I still do Dynamax the Lapras sometimes, or Gigantamax, but it's not that often. It's usually if I've pretty much just Clefairy Lapras them, KO'd 2 Pokemon, and then there's like, just at the end. But if I haven't got my Throat Spray, I almost never Dynamax the Lapras. Oh, they're going to time out. Oh, they didn't time out. If we saw a Togekiss and Cinnarol lead, that would have been good. I mean, it wouldn't have been, because then they just fake out Starfall, but there we go. So we'll see Whimsicott Cinderace, or we'll see Togekiss Cinderace. We always do. And then it comes down to Blind Sing. Oh, it's Primarina. Interesting. So they can definitely Starfall here, but in case they go for Geyser into the Clefairy, I will still just try and Sing. Even if they Dynamax, I'm still stalling out the turns of Dynamax immediately. Because they can't KO the Clefairy on turn 1. Unless they Fake Tears, or Moonblast as well. But in that case, I'm hopefully still getting a Blind Sing if they went for Geyser. And also, if they Dynamax the Primarina, that's just going to leave them completely open to the Rillaboom that's waiting in the back as well. So, this isn't so bad. If I went for Thunder, actually, then that would have put it into Grassy Glide range. Probably should have done that instead. But again, are they going to Tailwind for no reason? Although it's technically a reason with Primarina. Are they going to Taunt instead? They do Tailwind for no reason. Now show me a Geyser instead of a Starfall. That's a Starfall. That's so rude. Didn't do too much. But I still get my gravity now, so next turn I'm going to Thunder the Primarina. And it is Light Orb, so that's fine. The key thing is I got the gravity. And the Dynamax is being stalled out immediately. So now, do I prefer to keep the Clefairy? Yeah, no, I want the Thunder, so I do follow me. So I will Thunder, put it into Grassy Glide range. It's going to be a taunt. It is going to be a taunt. And this won't KO the Clefairy as well, which is a little bit awkward, but here we are. So I think next turn, I just let them get a double KO. Ooh, is that going to be Grassy Glide range? It's been a while. I'm gonna calculate that. Where is my mouse? Why isn't my mouse working? Oh well, I guess I can't calculate it. But we will struggle and sacrifice ourselves to get the Thunder off. I could actually very riskily switch into Excadrill with Clefairy to take a Moonblast, because surely they Moonblast into Clefairy. Yeah, I'm going to play a little bit risky here. I'm going to switch into Excadrill, and I will Blizzard this time, because that will definitely be enough chip, because they're losing their Dynamax as well. So this is a little bit unnecessary and a little bit risky, but hopefully the payoff is big. It is Moonblast. So that's not too much chip, I can deal with that, and then Starfall to KO my Lapras. Okay, good. So now I can go into Rillaboom, I can KO the Primarina very easily. How many turns of Tailwind do they have left? Should be one, right? Because they Tailwinded on the first turn. Yeah, there's one turn left. So it's going to be a shame not to KO the Whimsicott this turn. Yeah, one more turn of Tailwind. So I can afford to Swords Dance here. If they taunt me, then fair enough. They probably should taunt me, to be fair. But even if they do, you know, not the worst. And do I Grassy Glide first and give them a free switch, or do I Fake Out first, stall out another turn? I'm going to Fake Out the Primarina, because I don't want the free switch into Cinderace now. They did switch, so that was risky of them. That's okay. That is okay. Oh, they have Charm, okay. Interesting. That's fine, we negated that, so I'm very pleased I didn't Dynamax. And it is a big shame I didn't double into the Whimsicott, that would have been very cool. So they would have to Tailwind here instead of Charm, right? But if they do Charm, that's not the worst. I'm going to Swords Dance again and switch to Clefairy. So you would assume they're Air Slashing the Rillaboom. They could be Heat Waving to get the Excadrill. Clefairy might live that. Are they just protected? That's good. Are they going to Tailwind or are they going to Charm? They went for Tailwind. Okay, this is a good turn. This is a very good turn. So now I can KO the Togekiss. I can go for a Rockfall to KO it as well, which is very nice. So that I should outspeed the Primarina. And I might as well try and Life Dew, right? Because if Clefairy makes it through, like, they'll probably Moonblast KO the Clefairy anyway, but if they're attacking the Excadrill, I don't actually care too much. Even if it's a Heat Wave as well, Follow Me, it's pointless, and activates my weakness policy regardless, so. I guess I could have Follow Me to take away a Charm, but it's too late now. Oh, okay. Interesting. I don't know why they have the Dusclops here. So next turn, I'm definitely going for Quake and Grassy Glide into the Dusclops to stop Trick Room. Although they have Tailwinded, so like, how much do I care? How many turns of Grassy Terrain is left as well? That's actually important. Just Moonblast, so it didn't matter what the Clefairy did that turn. And Rockfall will still do a good amount to the Dusclops. I would call that a good amount. So in fact, I can afford to Swords Dance with my Rillaboom here. How many turns of Grassy Terrains left? There's not many, right? Hopefully it's as many as their Tailwind. That would be the most ideal. It's 2 turns of Grassy Terrain, and there's 2 turns of Tailwind. Wonderful. So I'm going to fake out the Whimsicots so that I am going to Steel Spike just in case there is a... why wasn't that black when I selected Steel Spike on the Dusclops? That was weird. I'm going to just double check. That's going to hit the Dusclops. The special defense would be better, but I also don't want to Quake into a Togekiss. That would be quite silly. They did Ally Switch. That's way better for me. Thank you. There's no more charms now. Although, actually, now they get to go into Togekiss and click Trick Room, so that is a bit more awkward. Yeah, I needed one more turn of Grassy Terrain, because now I won't be able to Grassy Glide, although I'm going to be at full with the Rillaboom. And they have to do a water move to KO the Excadrill, which means that Rillaboom isn't very harmed. So I still think I'm okay. So I can go into Togekiss here. And I will Steel Spike the Dusclops because that's optimal. Because if they Ally Switch, the Togekiss gets KO'd. If they Protect, then that's fine as well. If they Follow Me, it doesn't matter regardless, and I'm going to click Swords Dance. Okay, so no Trick Room, that's fine. Air Slash shouldn't KO my Rillaboom, and then I should, hopefully, just click Iron Head and Grassy Glide. It will depend if they're Babiri Berry now. Yeah, they are Air Slashing, but I should live. Unless they crit me. You know, that old thing. Right, we're back to Rock Slides. Wonderful. So we've got to Steel Spike the Togekiss, that would have been better, because then, I guess, because then they still get Trick Room, but then they can only KO Excadrill or Rillaboom. Either of them KOs the Primarina, and then I can KO the Dusclops with the other thing as well. But now we are clicking Rock Slide. Hooray. 2 Rock Slides will get the Primarina, so I just need to flinch the Primarina once. Let's go on Rock Slide. You didn't do it last time. You can do it this time. Okay, it hits. And it's not enough. And they did flinch. Very good. I still need to click Rock Slide, and I need to hit the Rock Slide into the Primarina. No, I don't. It fainted. Wonderful. Okay, fair enough. We take those. No, I can just click Iron Head. So this is why the IC sucks. Like, I know every Pokemon match is like this where RNG can go in, but it always seems to happen in the IC. It always happens in the IC. We'll see if they have a Berry Berry as well, whether that was a Scope Lens crit or not. I mean, we may not. They may just forfeit. Don't know what they're thinking about though. Like, if you have Protect, you click Protect, and then, you know, if not, just accept your defeat. And we'll never know. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. How many matches was that? Was that 3? That was 3, because I faced the Vulpix, so I'm going to leave that episode there.